Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton and today I'm joined by Dennis Broad. How are you, Dennis?
I'm great, Charlie. Good to be here.
It's good you're here. Tell me about yourself. What do you do here at TMZ?
I'm the senior investigative producer. I've been with Harvey since before TMZ started. So I just my main thing is I break stories. I dig and get the fun stuff.
In my mind, you're our cop guy. You know police.
I do. That's police, fire, coroner, that kind of stuff. But I do everything, but that's in my wheelhouse.
Oh, that's amazing. How long have you been doing it here for?
About 21, 22 years.
Have we been around that long?
Nope, I did it 3 years before with Celebrity Justice.
Oh, you've been with Harvey since Celebrity Justice?
Yeah. I'm the longest guy with him. That's crazy.
How'd you meet him on Celebrity Justice?
I actually got an interview with him, and during the middle of the interview, he goes, "I never do this. You're hired."
Oh, wow.
So I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but 22 years later, we're still here.
Because you've just got the brand around the office that you were a former mall cop.
No, never a mall cop. Plainclothes loss prevention.
Okay.
I never wore a uniform and said, "Hey, no parking here. Come here." I said, "Come here, you. Bring that stuff. You didn't pay for that. Come here. We got to talk."
Oh my God. This is going to be a fun one, Dennis. We're going to talk about Kid Rock. He was seen with Bud Light and X had a lot of things
crazy,
to say.
wasn't it?
Wasn't it? We're going to talk about OnlyFans model Mariah Casillas.
Good. I like that story.
She's trying to raise money for Maui fires. But off the top, let's talk about our favorite, Britney Spears.
It just gets crazier and crazier with her, doesn't it?
Isn't it?
Every day there's something new with her. Just when I think we've hit a wall, she breaks through it with something crazier.
Well, this was her first weekend being single. Officially first week because they broke up earlier in the week last week.
Right. Filed for divorce. Sam filed for divorce.
So everyone's like looking at Instagram to see her like spiraling. Well, and I'm not even talking about her like doing those twirling dance moves.
No, there was the naked video this weekend. There was the, what else was there? There's the one we put up this morning with her being licked by a guy. I mean, saying I'm having a singles party.
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing what goes on with that girl.
It is, because the first video you mentioned, she posted like a naked video of her like rolling around
in the bed, kind of covering her breasts, kind of hinting but not showing anything, and then you can see the edits in there. It's just, it's like, but Britney's always been kind of sexual on Instagram. She's always posted stuff.
She's leveling up a little bit. She's turning up the dials.
Maybe. Again, I've seen her do this with Sam, with K-Fed. She's, you'll see her on, on the beach covering.
Yeah.
You'll see different things, but the movement and the actual live video of it, if you will, is kind of a new little twist to it.
Yeah, absolutely. It just feels like, if this is her first weekend being single Britney, my God, I don't know what we're in store for, as an Instagram viewing public.
Is it a cry for help, or is it just her going, I'm out of the conservatorship, I don't have a husband, I'm going crazy?
I think she's trying to sort of like fire shots at Sam, like, this is what you're missing. But in reality, it just goes like, you're sad. Like you filed for divorce, or he filed for divorce a few days ago, and this is what you're like. We know you're not happy, so why are you like sort of like pretending like you're having the time of your life? Never felt sexier or better.
No, again, I think it might even go back to that cry for help, because you look at it and you're like, you could tell something is not right. She's not firing on all cylinders. I've covered Britney for 20 years plus.
Yeah,
and I've seen the breakdown where she was first committed, and it's just like, it's sad. It really is.
Really is.
Because it is to me, it looks like cry for help, and like.
But who's she crying to?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if she knows what to do.
Right.
It's so like, oh, I better do this. Maybe this is what people want me to do.
Right.
I don't know if she's ever had an original thought without someone, pushing her. Maybe it's just all crazy.
I think it's because especially like those child stars, and when at a young age, you're sort of like a product even back then. And it's hard to have your own original thoughts because you're told what to do. This, go and do this, go and star in this music. And then now she's like, I've got to make all these decisions for myself. And I think she's going to be heavily influenced by others.
I think, you agree. That's a lot. That's a lot from having people, you're right, from Disney, she's Mickey Mouse Club and everything. And now she's kind of in control of herself. She's not in that conservatorship. So I don't know that she has the support system to help her make right decisions.
Right. And that second post she had with like a bunch of shirtless guys picking her up, the caption for it was so weird as well. Like, when you go to meet up with a so-called friend and drive an hour for chicken, then you have to wait in the car and, you need to use the bathroom. And so what does a bitch like me to do? I put on my green dress and show up at my friend's house and I play with my favorite boys all night.
It seems very forced. It just seems forced. It's not natural.
It's just like, what is she like? What are you saying? Like, this is just like rambling, incoherent.
No, I mean, I hope somebody steps in and helps her. Somebody.
Who?
I don't know. I mean,
that's what they tried to do with the conservatorship. By the way, stepping in and helping her.
And her dad, by the way, when her dad stepped in, she was pretty good for a long time.
Right.
I know she didn't like it, but I covered her when it was every day. I'm throwing up. I'm drunk. I'm going to flash you my privates every day. And then her dad got in there, and I thought it really helped her for a long period of time.
Even though she sort of like, obviously, Jamie is the one that she most hates, despises, her dad. But and I don't know, he did probably some things along the way which were sort of like in self-interest as opposed to his daughter's interest. But having said that, he kind of saved her life.
I 100% believe that. And I think she did best when someone was there. And maybe it's time for someone else, not the dad or her mom, but someone who's got, just someone who doesn't have a vested interest on how much money she makes or her career, like just taking care of her.
Let me tell you my dad's, favorite joke and best piece of advice. How many psychiatrists does it take to change a light bulb?
I don't know.
1, but the light bulb's got to want to change.
Oh, I like that. I'm going to take that for you later.
You and me share jokes every single
morning.
Every morning we're doing dad jokes to each other. And I like that joke because I always think to myself, like, the only way I am going to change or someone else is going to change is if they really want to. They've got to decide for themselves, because if you decide for them, like, oh, you should change, oh, you should do this, there's no way that person's going to change.
No, you're going to push back against. I mean, it's just like a parent. I'm a parent, I have a 22-year-old, and when I go, hey, Spencer, you got to do something, he pushes back. Right. Sometimes he's got to find that on his own.
Right.
And I think she needs to find that. She needs to be able to ask for help. And I don't know that she can.
Will? She's not capable of asking for help.
Someone has got to talk to her. Someone has got to have some interest in her that doesn't want something from her.
But you would have said that might have been her sons. They're gone to Hawaii. Or it could have been like Sam. He's gone. Could have been her fam, like her parents and her sister. Seems like they're kind of gone too. She kind of got like her security guards and maybe her manager and like.
I wish there was an answer, because again, I don't see Britney as a bad person. I see her as a troubled person who really needs help. And I hope someone can step up and help her, kind of get her out of the spotlight for a little while.
But again, she's have to be the light bulb man. She's got to want to change. And I don't think that she thinks she needs all this help.
Wow. I mean, we see it very different. And again, when you're in that kind of state, I imagine it's hard to look at yourself and go, oh my God, I need to change. She probably thinks this is the greatest thing ever. Are you kidding? I'm free. I can have guys lick me. I can go wherever I want. It's crazy. It's so sad.
Yeah, it is. I don't think sort of Sam's watching these videos and having the reaction she thinks.
No. I mean, I think Sam's like, oh, I just feel bad. I mean, but how much can he take? Again, we don't know what was behind closed doors. We've kind of heard some stuff, but we don't know really what it was like.
Right. And Sam, for his own token, he's like playing up for this now, I think, too. Like, he did this post like with all these disguises on, like, how am I going to hide from the paparazzi now? You love the paparazzi, Sam. That's the reason. I mean, a lot of people speculate that's the reason he was with her to begin with, is because the fame and the money.
I mean, listen, if you're with Britney, you don't lead a life of quiet, and seclusion. You do not. When you go out, you go big.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with him now. Like, if he's going to, like, we're not going to hear about him again, or this is going to be like his big break, or he's going to be in a big movie.
Is it going to be the next Jason Alexander who's going to be stalking people, showing up at her next wedding, crashing it? I mean, I hope not. I think Sam's a lot smarter than that, but.
And that's Jason Alexander. That's not
Seinfeld. No,
that's not Seinfeld. George Costanza.
That's the guy she married for, I think, 48 hours or something.
Yeah, 55 hours.
Yeah, and
give him a few more.
Yeah, and he's had a horrific life.
He really has. Okay,
I mean, wow.
On to our next story. Kid Rock was photographed drinking the one drink you would never expect him to drink again, Bud Light.
Yeah.
He was at a concert in Nashville, and there's photos that we got of him with a Bud Light in his hand, seemingly ending his boycott.
Oh, wow. And do you remember when that happened? I mean, he was out there with I think, an AR-15 shooting up Bud Light, and, oh, we're never drinking this. I'm pulling it from bars. And it was so crazy. And you see him drinking. Is that Hollywood hypocrisy, or what is it?
I don't know. Like, now people are posting on Twitter, like, now I'm going to shoot up all my Kid Rock vinyls.
Yeah, Twitter was a very interesting. Some people, I love Kid Rock. Hey, listen, it's over. And other people like, yeah, I'm over. You know what? I'm going to Kid Rock. That's it. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, people calling him woke rock now.
Yeah, I was like I don't think he's he's woke. I'm very,
so.
I'm very comfortable calling Kid Rock not woke.
No, he's not.
Again,
anti woke.
Yeah, in the 20 plus years I've been in this business and covering him, yeah, not woke at all.
So is Bud Light that good that this big boycott that became like the essence of Kid Rock and his brand in the country, Bud Light is that irresistible that he couldn't not take a sip of it if he was out in public? Like he had to get that Bud Light.
I'm going to personally go with no. I've had a lot of beers way better. Give me a Guinness any day.
Oh,
right?
Guinness.
Yeah, I'm sophisticated at times. Michelob,
I would have been more confused if Kid Rock was holding a Guinness at the concert, to be honest.
Would have been cooler. But who knows? I mean, who knows if that was the only thing that was available to him? When he's partying and maybe he just wasn't thinking about it. Like, hey, here's a beer. I'm going to drink it.
I don't know. I don't know. No, Kid Rock is so against Bud Light. The antithesis of Bud Light.
Although if you look at Kid Rock, he looks like he's always having a great time, doesn't
Right.
he? So maybe he was just in the moment. I don't know. I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just saying
He didn't know it was a Bud Light.
he could have just been drinking. Hey, here, dude, here's a beer. I mean, when you've been partying, you're younger. Someone hands you a beer. Do you go, I'm not drinking this, or do you like, hey, I'm
Well, sorry, I dropped my phone. Well, I mean, if I had like a massive Twitter beef with the company, potentially then maybe I wouldn't be seen in public. If I love the beer that much, maybe I'll order it secretly to home, like maybe in some, you get your Instacart to bring it so you don't have to be seen buying it. But not in public.
Although, how do you know he didn't do this just to mess with people? I mean, listen, Kid Rock would like to stir it up. I mean, how do you know we didn't do this just to mess with people?
Well, I mean, Anheuser-Busch, the company that owns Bud Light, lost so much money in the, is it in the billions?
Billions. I mean, I think they lost the #1 market spot. I think it went to Modelo, if I remember reading correctly. I've never seen a company fall so quickly.
So let's suppose they lost billions, and let's suppose they say to Kid Rock, hey, mate, we're Australian. We're
I love where you're going.
Yeah, we'll pay you 10 mil. We'll pay you 15 mil to be seen holding one photo at one concert, holding one Bud Light. We'll pay you $10 million, Kid Rock. Would you take that deal?
I mean, I don't know. Kid Rock is so independent and so fiercely, he does what he wants to do. I don't see him doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I don't see him doing that. Would be kind of selling out. I don't see him doing that. I could just see him drinking it on his own, or his friends gave it to him, and it is what it is.
But then he's just daft. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm not like seen holding products that I've got like he's known for hating Bud Light, and he's holding a Bud Light.
Listen, man, the wind changes. We've seen it a million times. How many times have you seen, oh, we're against this company. Next thing, we're in bed with this company. I mean, we like this person. We hate this person.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Selena Gomez. Hate the kidney donor, love the kidney
Right.
donor.
Oh,
you know what
true.
I mean? Things change,
true.
and that's life-saving. That's not, you know what I mean? So does anything really shock you?
Well, the stock price is only a couple inches up. I checked if the stock price has gone up of Anheuser-Busch since this, and it's only gone up like a 0.001.
Oh, that's nothing.
It wasn't really worth mentioning. But
No, I mean, they got hammered.
They got hammered on the stock
I mean, they got to do
too.
something. They still got to do something. I'm sitting back watching.
Yeah.
Because it's just, again, it's so entertaining.
It'll be interesting to see if he comes out and refutes it or something like that. Like, no, I mean, it was a doctored photo. It wasn't really. That was actually cause. All right, on to our final story. A model who was trying to raise money for the Maui fires. She set up a GoFundMe, and she said, if you donate $10 to my GoFundMe, I'll send you a nude. So apparently, she raised $7,400, and if you do the math, that's 740 guys. Oh, girls, maybe too.
Could be. Hey, she's easy on the eyes. I'm just saying, don't judge.
No. So GoFundMe took down her page. They took down her page, which I think is, come on, guys. Like,
I mean, this is for a good cause. By the way, she's not getting any money. I don't believe she's making any money off it. She's donating it all to the good cause, and they need some stuff there because Maui just got hammered.
They need all the help they can get.
All the help. I mean, the government let them down. Let's just be honest. They let them down.
Yeah.
So anybody who's giving money, I'm all for it. Get off their prude horses, okay? Come on.
Off their prude horses.
Get off the prude horses.
Is the horse prude or is the person on the horse prude?
I think both in this situation.
So her name is Mariah Casillas. She goes by Lava Girl. So they shut down her page, and so she took it to the one place you can take nudes.
Fans only. So I've been told.
OnlyFans. So
OnlyFans. Yes. How much do I know?
I thought you were doing that on purpose. Like pretending you didn't know what it was when you really do.
Yeah, no. I mean, we've covered some stories on it. I don't know how much of the money, if it's 100% or they keep a cut of it.
I'm sure she'll give. It's charity. I'm sure she'll give 100%. You strike me as an OnlyFans partaker though. Just optics alone, you look like the target market.
No, thanks. It's the beard.
It's the beard. Yeah, it's the beard.
You have one too, I might add.
Right. Well, I am their target market, that's for sure. So now she's doing it on OnlyFans, trying to raise money, but it's been controversial. Like GoFundMe taking her down when she's trying to raise money. Should they do that? Should they not do that?
No. Again, it's naked pictures. She's not saying I'm going to be performing a sex act that you can get money on a video. It's a picture. Right. It's a picture, and
it's a slippery slope, don't you think? Like that's basically what GoFundMe is saying. That it's not a sex act, but it's kind of a sexual.
Again, I'm going back. I think this is really prude. This is a good thing, and if some girl wants to show her boobs for money and it's going to charity, is she hurting anybody? No, I don't think so.
No, it's not.
Then I don't have a problem with it. And if a guy was doing this, I wouldn't have a problem either. Reverse that at all. I don't have an issue with it.
Dennis,
it's going for a good cause.
Yeah, $10. You do the $10 for the guy too?
Not me personally, but I don't have a problem with it. I'm not even giving her $10 for the photos, anyways.
Right. Well, she it was a genius thing by her, not only to raise a bit of money, but like now we're talking about her.
Oh my God, her name's out there.
Her name's out there now. Like it was a great marketing move for her. I think she was kind of an OnlyFans model anyway.
I'm just saying, if Playboy used to be what it was, I could see them making a hello. Maybe we'd like to talk to you. And then they give part of it, or some magazine. I don't know what's around, Maxim or.
Yes, you might get an opportunity out of this. I don't know. I think OnlyFans, once you're there, you kind of like. What other opportunities do you want? You kind of just need to go viral so that more people sign up to your account, and that's your job then. It's going to be good for her, and hopefully on her OnlyFans, she continues to raise more money for this really needy.
It's very important cause. I mean, I think it was at the number one natural fire disaster they've ever had in Maui.
There's still nearly 1,000 locals missing and unaccounted for right now.
And if someone's giving money, you're going to complain because she showed her boobs to get this? Ridiculous.
It really is.
I mean, ridiculous. She's not hurting anybody.
You were saying earlier today that me and you should do a calendar to try to raise money.
Oh, that's not going to go. They'll pay us $10 not to post it.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever gets the money.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining me,
Mall
Cop Dennis. No.
TMZ Cop.
TMZ Cop Dennis.
TMZ Cop Guy.
TMZ Cop Guy. That's your ex, isn't it? That's your ex handle?
TMZ Cop Guy.
There we go. We usually don't do plugs, but we just gave TMZ Cop Guy a plug.
Thanks. Very sweet of this crew.
Okay. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys here tomorrow.
Pleasure.
Bye.